Am I live? Okay, good, good. I'm live. Perfect. So, this is what happens when you are a single woman that doesn't fit in one of the silos in this country. And if you guys don't know, you guys need to wake up, especially those that are over 60. I'm going to say more so if you're over 70. Because the 70-year-olds seem to be living, they're stuck in like 1985 or stuck in like, I don't know, 1993 or something. I don't know, but they're not, the 70-year-olds are not with the times. And guess what? I'm cold. um and I have a heater outside, but I need to sell everything. This is what happens when you don't have kids. You live in Southern California and you don't have a family to support, lean on. You know, my mom died. You could go back in my videos and listen to them. Go back to find a video from 2013 or 2015. Go back into a video and look to see a video of 2008. Okay, my mom was alive back then. Now, by like 2016, she wasn't doing good. 2017, it was bad. In 2017, it was bad, 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 bad. In 2017, 2018, she died, and I had to move. You know, I had to be working with my stepsister to uh, work with her to either find a real estate agent and move out on a hard date without any place to go to. That's what I'm facing now. But it's not because somebody died. It's because I can't find a job. I don't have any money to pay the rent. I don't have family to support them. You know, I don't have that luxury of a mom or a dad or a brother or sister or kids. If you live in California and you have no family, you have no kids, Department of Public Social Services does this to you. That's what they do. And they go, we're just doing our job. Well, you know, the funding, everything's changing because of this new administration. We're just following the laws. Yeah, they're doing this to you because you ain't got no kids. You ain't got no family. And if you're white, oh, they're going to assume that you can do everything. They're going to assume you're fucking Superman. Before I go on, I need to get a jacket. And this place is almost empty. I have all my winter clothes in the car, my jacket's in the car. It's cold in here. So I figured do quick. I'm gonna have to put a timer on, guys. Like 20-30 minute timer, because I do not want to be no goddamn hour, okay? But yeah, I think I need to go in the car and get my jacket. So I'm gonna go in the car. Oh, I do not want to wear that. I gotta sell this thing, and stuff ain't selling quick enough. And I got a dryer that I need to sell. We are sucked in. My goodness. Wow. Sucked in. Really, oh, yeah. Much better. Much better. Perfect for non-raining days. Okay. So, I may put a timer on. Let's do 20 minutes. Just 20 minutes. Okay. So, all my shit's almost out of here. I just got the big shit. My queen size bed. So I got a queen size mattress. I got a queen size uh, mattress at Box Spring. I'm looking at a full size fridge. This laptop is on a nightstand, but it's a very heavy nightstand. It's a two drawer, very deep. It's a smart nightstand because it has the little plug in for your USB. So you plug the nightstand into the wall, and two devices can be charged. Your phone, I don't know what else, whatever you need for USB. Um, nice, very nice nightstand. And if I don't find men to help me in a pro bono style, just volunteers to help me move my shit into a storage unit, and I mean them getting a truck, them coming over here to lift the shit. The fridge, I don't know. I'm still waiting. It's too early to see. It's not Monday. It's not Tuesday yet. So I don't have any information about the fridge. So I'm not going to push it. I will wait until Monday or Tuesday to inquire about that fridge. It's not even cleaned out yet. It's not cleaned out yet. I cleaned out the uh, bottom, the fruit and vegetable drawer. Cleaned that out. But the dryer's outside. I'm still trying to sell it. And as a woman that lives alone, I ain't giving out my address to any Tom, Dick, and Harry. So this is what happens when you're in a you're in a state that doesn't care about single people. If you live alone, if you're not married, if you don't have kids to rely on, like adult children, and you can move in with them. If you're not 70 yet, and if you're not severely disabled, I mean, by what standard do you call disabled? I guess it's up to the person. Because my hip dislocated when I was 13. I'm sure that I talked about that in all the gazillion of videos that I used to do in, I don't know, however, whenever it was, 2008, 2010. Ow. Oh, my knee. I gotta go for a walk today. I gotta go for a walk today. I don't think that man's gonna show up. I don't feel good about that man asking me for my address last night. I don't think he's gonna show up. No, he's not, because I'm not gonna give him my address. I just don't feel good about that guy. But I gotta go for a walk today because my knee. Oh, my knee. Oh gosh, all those years of falling on my left leg on purpose because I didn't want to hurt my hip because the right hip dislocated when I was 13 in 1988. Oh my gosh. I'm just sitting here doing extensions, like kicking a soccer ball. Like a soccer ball's out coming to me and I'm kicking it. Yeah. Oh, that's all I'm doing is leg extensions just to get that knee moving. Oh gosh. But this is what happens when you live in a state that has so many homeless people and there's a lot of white homeless people. You have to fit in a silo. You have to fit in a silo. Um, and I guess the disability part is, oh God, I guess the disability part is self defined, I guess. I don't know who says who's disabled and who's not because I can't lift 50 pounds. I can't squat, guys. If I try to lift 50 pounds, I'll lift it wrong and then I'll hurt my back because I can't lift with my legs. My legs will not squat. I can't do it. Ever since age 13, can't get low. I wish I could. I wish I could get low, but I can't squat. It's very difficult for me to sit Indian style. It hurts. It hurts a lot to sit Indian style. Um, so why take a job lifting 50 pounds and then they say, oh, you got to do this? I go, I'm sorry, I can't get that low. But if I lift with my back, I could try. Why would I apply to those jobs? Amazon. You heard me talk about Amazon. Don't say that word Amazon to me, man. Don't say it. Tried it before. I'm a little overqualified with my MBA. So I got to get out of the Inland Empire. I need to move to San Diego County, but where am I going? In my car, I guess. I guess. I mean, it's full. My car is almost full. I have very little stuff here. Um, and this is what it's like when you live in a state that does not fund for affordable housing, and this state, it's not affordable to have a one bedroom apartment. It's 1,200 a month. Not when most of the people here live and they work part time. And with the retail jobs, they want you to work any hours. Well, I'm sorry, I need set hours. If you want me to work 3 p.m. to midnight, or 3 p.m. to 11 p.m., or 4 p.m. to 11 p.m., fine. Let it stick and let it ride. That way I could sleep and then I can go to another job in the morning and I could work part time for one and part time for the other instead of having to wonder what my hours are. It's been like this forever. How do you have two jobs if you're working a retail job and you're working 10 to 6 one day and then the next day 6 to midnight and then the next day 6 a.m. to noon? I can't do that. If I'm going to not go homeless, I need a full-time job. And wages haven't kept up with inflation. But right now, people say apply to unemployment. And I go, do you want to go back to February 2025? And they go, what's that? And I go, well, you have to go back to February of 2024. Well, what happened in February 2024? Well, Verizon lost the contract with Costco. That's what happened. The contract with Verizon was done for with Costco. I didn't work for Costco. I worked for Verizon. So that happened in February 2024. Well, what did you do? Well, in February 2024, I applied for unemployment because my hours went from 40 hours a week to 8. And then by March, no hours. Because everybody across the nation that worked in that Verizon kiosk position was laid off. And I did apply to a Verizon store and I didn't get the position. And that's okay because I'm not really looking for a sales job. Not really. I'm a little bit too behind the scenes, a little bit too detail oriented. You want me behind the scenes. That's where you want me. You want me in the details. You want me looking at the you want me looking at the needles. Okay, the needles on the pine tree. You don't want me looking at the overall picture and then having customers come over and look and telling the customers how beautiful the forest is. No, you want me in the details. You want me there. Believe me, I'm very good with the details. But, you know, here I am talking to people, and people are like, why don't you apply to fast food? Don't you know about AI? I mean, customer service jobs, guys, are the first jobs that are going to go. We're not going to have people working in fast food and retail and stuff like that in a basic customer service job in 5 years, in 2 years. No, we're not. If I can get in manufacturing, that would be great because I have a manufacturing background from the 1990s. The only difference is I got to learn AI. Well, I mean, how do I learn AI? How do I do that if I'm in my car? I don't know. I don't know. And I got a few things left here that I need to go through. Not much. Pretty much everything's in the car. Got a little box over there of books, maybe 5 or 6 books that can fit neatly in my car. I got a laptop over there that I need to take to somebody else's house because I can't store my I got a laptop here that I need to store. I can't store it in my car. It's not going to be safe. Storing this in my car, it's not going to be safe at all. And I got a counter a small counter. It's very small, but it's full of stuff that I need to clear off. And the fridge needs to be emptied. And when's the court date? I don't have a court date yet. I'll have to file my answer before the 14th of October. So, and when you are getting food stamps and Medi-Cal and in this predicament, you can get legal help and legal representation. So, that's this coming week. And so this week is going to be the week that I get all that legal stuff complete. But this lingering little stuff here and there needs to go. And people ask me, have you called around for community support? Guys, there is none. You guys need to wake up. Do you know who's in office? Do you know how to spell Trump? Do you know how to spell his name? There is no funding. I've called shelters. And it's funny because they go, oh, you're not homeless yet. And I go, well, do you want me to be? I mean, what do you expect? When people cannot find a job and they're applying to 125 jobs a month and their unemployment runs out and they say apply for unemployment. And I go, do you want to go back to February of 2025? Do you want to go back to February 2024? And I ask people, I'm facetious because they don't know. And I go, do you want to count to 6? What's 6? 6 months of unemployment. Why are you telling me to apply for unemployment in September when I already applied in February? Let's count. Let's go back to kindergarten, should we? Let's do it together. We're going to start at February, March, April, May, June, July, August. August is the 6th month. So what happens in September? You can't reapply. Well, you can, but it ain't going to do shit. You're going to reapply and reapply and reapply every day in September. It doesn't mean shit. So don't fucking tell me to apply to unemployment in September when I already did in February. Maybe you should ask better questions. When were you laid off? When did that happen? And if you work 1099, you're not paying into unemployment. You're not paid into that. You got to be W-2. You have to be a W-2 worker. You have to. If I do not get a job this year, I will not be able to collect unemployment next year. And guess who's ruining the economy? Guess who's ruining the economy? I'll probably get flagged for this. The algorithm probably won't like it, but the 70-year-olds don't understand. They seem to think there is an unemployment office that you can walk into like 1985. They seem to think that it's a place where they get on their computer terminal, their IBM, and then they go, okay, and then their little printer prints off something, and then they go, here, go to these employers, they're hiring, and you walk in and you fill out a paper application. There is no more in office. The unemployment office is online. There's no person to talk to. Good luck calling the 1-800-300-5616 number. Good luck calling that. You're not going to get through. If you have $20, you'll get through. Why? Because it's claim year. And I'll tell you a tip. If you call claim year, well, you're not calling claim year. You're putting in $20 to an application. It is a app on your phone. You can go on your phone and put in claim year and look for EDD unemployment. Don't do it for disability, do it for unemployment. EDD, California EDD unemployment. Put in $20, not 40, 20. Don't do the 40, do 20. And then you put in your phone number, you put in your name, and then you wait. You wait by your phone. You cannot be in a meeting. You cannot be talking to people. You need to wait by your phone for 4 or 5 hours. And then leave your ringer on and answer your goddamn phone when the phone rings. Because I guarantee you, when you answer your phone, it's not claim year calling you, it's the EDD. And the phone will ring, your phone will ring when their robot, claim year, because it's an AI robot, dialing the EDD for you. So you don't have to dial, and it does it rather quickly, and it'll keep on dialing until there's an open line. So when your phone rings, you answer your phone, you go hello, there's no one there, it's just a ring, a ring, ring, and they go, yes, thank you for calling the EDD, how may I help you? So immediately you're connected to an agent, immediately. But you got to pay $20 to get through. What if you don't have $20? What if you don't have it? I don't have it. I don't have it. I just applied for general assistance. Again, DPSS is like, well, you don't qualify. If I had a child under 5, I would be able to get cash aid. Yeah, I know somebody that has a child 11. She can't get cash aid because her child is 11. So they need to be under 5. So, yeah, California does not make it easy. If you have any more than $325 in your bank account, you're not going to get help. You're not going to get help. You have to have less than $325 in your bank account. And I was told last year you have to have zero. I said, so somebody is living in a house and they have an eviction and they're waiting for a court date and they're trying to get stuff out. And I said, and their bank account is almost zero, but they need to keep $125 in their bank account for their car insurance to come out. I said, that's the scenario I'm giving. How much money do they have to have in their bank account to be able to be approved for general assistance? The woman said zero. And I said, zero? They need to have zero in their bank account? She said, yes. And I went, okay, that was last year. Has it changed? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Got me. But what I was told last week was that if you have over the amount in your bank account of or income, if you have any income, like say you got $500 a month income, well, it's over the 325 a month, and that is 3 months of 325 a month, and it's not consecutive months. So it could be November, January, and April. It could be January, April, and October. It's not consecutive months. So why they do that, I don't know. It's like, oh, they want you to have car insurance 1 month, but the next month they don't want you to have car insurance. The Department of Public Social Services is run by a bunch of idiots. They really do not care about you. The only thing they care about is their paycheck. That is it. They don't care about anything else. So I will tell you the silos again, and there's about 10 of them. If you are an addict, that is a big one. If you're an addict, there's free housing for you everywhere. If you are a convict, there is fucking free housing for you everywhere. If you are a on parole, if you are on probation, there's fucking free housing from you for you. I'm gonna learn how to word this. Running from asylum in another country, coming to America. I'm gonna find out what is this called. Okay. Individuals who have sought asylum in another country may still be able to apply for asylum in the U.S. if they meet certain eligibility requirements. While the United States generally does not grant asylum to those who have firmly resettled in another country, exceptions exist. The application process and rules are complex, and it's highly recommended to seek legal assistance. Okay, so if you apply for asylum and you're running from another country, guess what? There's housing for you here. Uh, there's housing. I cannot tell you the amount of illegal immigrants that are here and they have housing. Either because they're running from whatever, there's a war, I don't know. I don't look this up. I cannot tell you how many people I know and they know illegal immigrants are getting housing by the droves. By the droves. Get a big house, one bedroom, three people inside. Another bedroom, four people inside. Another bedroom, three people inside. Another bedroom, five people inside. That's what they do. So what? One house can have what? 15 people in it. One house could have 12 people in it. Like a three-bedroom place, three bedrooms could have 14 or 13 people in it. That's what I'm talking about. But if you're white and if you're 50, I mean, do I need to start saying that I'm disabled because of my hip replacement? I mean, yeah, I can't squat at all. I can't squat. I can't do that shit. You know, I got to get out of the empire. Amazon, shit. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I need to move to San Diego. That's what I need to do. I need to move to San Diego. So, if you are part of the indigenous tribes, there's housing for you. I'm thinking you're probably gonna have to live on tribal land. If you're over 70, there's housing for you. Maybe over 55, if because everybody wants to know if I'm over 55. I'm like, shut up. Shut up, man. I'm 50. Shut up. Um, if you're on parole or probation, if you're gravely disabled, if you're blind, you have diabetes because you need your medicine in the refrigerator, you're getting chemo, if you're an addict, if you're Hispanic, I can't remember all of them. There has to be something wrong with you. But if there's something wrong with the employers, if there's something wrong with job boards, if there's something wrong with the way we apply to jobs, the problem is twofold. It's AI and then the people using AI. So the recruiters that are using AI, they put those keywords in. Well, how do you know what keywords they're looking for? You don't. You don't know. You have no idea. So you tailor your resume, and I just applied for a nonprofit job. I just applied for a nonprofit. And how am I going to work if it's a remote? How am I going to work if it's remote? How am I going to do that? I have to be in a private area because it's a nonprofit. It's working with individuals that are, you know, homeless, mentally ill, whatever, you know, that type of population. It's to help them to get to work, job readiness. Let me tell you, this country is all about job readiness. That's all it is. You do not get job leads or anything like that. Um, you don't get anything like that. Um, people think community support for jobs. What job readiness? Just learn how to brush your teeth, brush your hair, and learn how to speak. Okay, I want a handshake. I want an introduction to somebody because job readiness doesn't get you a job because you're still gonna be running into that wall of the applicant trashing system. You're still gonna be tailoring your resume, and it took me 45 minutes, 30 minutes to apply to this nonprofit. Um, it took me that long to apply to this nonprofit. Um, Yeah, I'm not giving you my address. I don't feel comfortable giving you my address. Sorry, you won't get it. Um no. Uh, I'll sell my dryer to someone else. I just no. No. I don't like giving out my address to people that I don't know as a single woman living alone. I'm sorry. Um let's do this. There we go. Not my address. He wanted a address. I gave him a address, not my address. Okay, so um, yeah, so this is what it's like when you don't fit in one of those silos, and California doesn't make it easy for you. You have to have a family. You have to have a family. And at this point, with all the things that I have seen and the things that I've witnessed, I don't really want to be here anymore. I don't. I don't think San Diego County, I don't know if San Diego County is going to be any better. Um, it's probably not better with the nonprofit help and the community support's probably not there. I'm thinking the jobs might be better. And of course, I won't hear, why don't you apply to Amazon? I won't hear that because I don't think Amazon is a big industry in San Diego County. I think the big industry in San Diego County is hospitals, clinics, healthcare, and I can work in admin if I learn AI. How am I going to learn AI living in my car? How am I going to do that? How am I going to do this if this nonprofit wants me to work for them? How am I going to find a secure place to, because I'm going to be working with individuals that, you know, sensitive data, right? Sensitive data. How am I going to be in a secure place? Starbucks ain't secure. That ain't secure. And the other one, the library, they're going to be like, shh. I'm like, sorry, I'm doing my job. I need a network. I need to have internet. How can I have internet in my car? If I don't have income, yeah, I can't pay for a hotspot. I can't do that. So this is what happens when you don't fit in those silos of, are you on parole? Guarantee you, man, if you're on parole probation, you're a convicted felon, there is a house for you for free. For free if you're a convicted felon. If you are a drug addict, if you are mentally ill, there is a house for you for free. They hook you up. There's got to be something wrong with you. If you're just a regular person, forget it. And this guy keeps on. Good. Yeah, I didn't like how you were demanding me, giving me problems when you were demanding me for the address. It's like, no, This guy was demanding my address last night at like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. It was crazy. It was crazy. Um, so yeah, you gotta be careful when you live alone. You can't be giving out your address and shit like that to people you don't know. And when they act funny like that, I'm sorry. That's just, you don't, it's probably why the dryer's not selling. At least the guy that came for the washer, he was honest. Um, so yeah, um, uh, things will probably move rather quickly this week. Don't know what I'm going to do with my bed, but if I can find people to help me move my 55-inch TV, this rather large, big, smart nightstand in the dresser, if I can find people to move it, I can get it in a storage for 1 month, just 1 month. And then I would have to try to sell it. Um, I'd have to sell it all like mid-November or late November, like November 20th or November 25th. I'd have to sell it all or lose it all or find the money to pay for another month's storage. And I'm telling you right now, guys, if I had $500 a month in reoccurring income, 500 a month, I would be able to live in my car, pay my car insurance, pay my phone, my Verizon phone on a contract, and I would be able to keep my Google Gmail, the $2 a month for 100 gigs, because I went over whatever it was, the free one. I don't know what it was, 10 gigs, 5 gigs, 2 gigs. I don't know. I think it was 10 gigs. I don't know, but I went over that. I want to say it's 2022 or 2021. And at $2 a month, I have to have $2 a month in my bank account to be able to keep on getting email. And I have to have that, whatever it is, Verizon keeps on jacking up the bill every October. Every September, October, they jack up my bill like $5. Every single year, they always jack it up $5. So it's no longer 81, 82, 83. Now it's like 86, 87, 88. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Is that the price you pay? I think that's just a little bit. I think it's just a little bit too high. Um, so yeah. And I don't know. I already called Dr. Corey Jackson's office to asking them for help in contacting the EDD for me. I don't think the woman understood at all. I don't think she understood. I emailed her and I said, I need a letter from the EDD stating that this $156 a week is an error because some guy from the county of Riverside called me and he said, we're denying your benefits, or, well, he said, we're waiting. He said, I'll give you until the 10th. And I'm like, the 10th? The 10th? I don't think I can get that for you by the 10th. I don't think so. Because the Department of Public Social Services in Riverside County has some type of error on their side. It says I'm getting 156 a week from the unemployment office. I said, I wish I was getting 156 from the unemployment office, and maybe that's what their calculation is for me to get next year. Maybe next February, if I apply for unemployment, I'll be My maximum weekly amount for next February is 156. What is that? That's over 400 a month. That's definitely going to be enough to be able to pay my car insurance. That 156 a week is definitely going to be able to cover my car insurance and my phone bill. Those two things. That's where I'm at, guys. That's where I'm at. My car insurance, my phone bill. That's it. It won't pay enough for a hotel because a hotel is like $100 a night. So I already called Dr. Corey Jackson's office, and this woman said, "Oh, I called the EDD for you, and they said that you exhausted all your benefits." I said, "No, it ain't enough. That $156 that the CalSAWS shows needs to be gone. That whatever that is, $156 needs to be gone." And now on Monday, guess who I'm going to call? Dr. Corey Jackson's office. I was going to call on Friday, and I said, no. I said, you're going to call on Monday morning, like at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning on Monday. You're going to talk to someone, and you're going to have to tell them whatever the EDD has, saying I get 156 a week, or maybe I'm eligible next year for 156 a week. And I'm going to say, can you call the county as well? Can you call DPSS as well and tell them it's an error? I said, I need somebody in office representing me to call both DPSS, Riverside County, and EDD, because DPSS has it in CalSAWS that I'm getting 156 a week, and I'm not. If I was, I wouldn't be making this freaking video right now. I wouldn't be concerned. If I had 156 a week, oh my God, that's a lot of money. That's 624 a month, guys. I would be able to pay my 118 for car insurance, minus 90 for the phone, minus 100 for the storage unit, minus 2 for the and then what, $60 for I would be able to pay my one credit card bill. So if I was getting 156, is 156, I think it's 156. Yeah, the guy said 156 a week. So that's 624. My God, that's a lot of money. That's where I'm at, guys. I was making $4,000 to $5,000 gross a month at Verizon. I've never made that money before in sales, ever. Because it was base pay. It was $20 an hour with commission on top. So if you didn't make any sales, you got $20 an hour. You were guaranteed that $20 an hour. I can't do commission only job, guys. I can't do commission only. There's no way. Now, if I was married and I had somebody else paying shit for me, then that might be different. But I don't have somebody else here saying, go ahead, do your commission only job. Try it. See if you make sales. I'm holding down the fort. That's different. And that's what people don't understand. People don't understand that shit. So, this is what happens. This is what happens when you white and you're a woman and you can't find a job and you apply to 124 jobs a month. And this is October. In September, I applied to 92 because I was moving shit out. I gotta move shit out. And that's what people don't understand. They just want me sitting behind the computer and applying to jobs. And I was told go door to door and ask fast food restaurants if they're hiring. And you know what they say? I don't know. Go on our website. I don't know if we're hiring. Go on our website. Thank you, 70-year-old people. Thank you very much. Why don't you wake up? I cannot tell you how much the 70-year-old people are asleep. Get out of the fucking coffin. Will you please get out of the coffin? Please. You are in a coffin, and it's not cool. And I gotta go. I got shit to go through. I gotta clear my mind, meditate, and I got a tiny little drawer thing. It's a white little, like a Walmart cheap little 3 drawer thing. And I got to go through it. Why? Because that's going to be on the front seat. So guess what's going in that little drawer thing? A can opener. Why? Because if I'm going to freaking food banks and they give me canned goods, I'm going to need a can opener to get in there to get the fruit to eat it. And I'm telling you, this is so much stress. I don't want food. The only thing I want is a roof over my goddamn head. I explained this to somebody a month ago. They thought I was looking for a room for rent for money. I told the lady for free. I said, I don't have a job. I don't have any income. There is no more unemployment. She didn't get it. She wrote this whole contract up for $800 a month. And I said, I came out here for nothing. I said, I told you I need something for free. I told her that. And she's like this. La, 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 la. I don't have fucking time for that bullshit. I'm looking for a house for free. Now, if you can't give me a job and you can't hire me, then get out of my life. I don't need you. I apply. I tailor my resume. I don't need this shit. I don't fucking need it. I'm done with this country. I'm fucking done. I'm done.